Hello, Namaste, Adab. Welcome to KSP View. For all practical purposes, this is my first review of an entertainment platform. So guys, I request you that you should watch these episodes, criticize me, give me a feedback. I don't mind even if you troll, but do watch it. I'm going to review all the entertainment forms like OTT, movies, television, music, and just about everything. But I will try to be as objective as possible and I have no agendas. But still, at the end of the day, it's KSP View, which is my view. Alright? So today I'm going to bring you what I just watched called Citadel, Honey and Bunny. It's on Amazon Prime Video. Before I get into reviewing Citadel, Honey and Bunny, let me take this opportunity and chat with you. I feel OTT platforms are like food courts. People have many options. They may choose the option depending on the money, the choice of food, or the newness, or whatever it is. Movies are like a planned restaurant. Okay, you plan a restaurant basing on your company, your money, your choice of food, etc., etc., etc. And television is like a staple food. You need to have the same food every day or a similar food every day. You can't be experimenting every day like that. So the high pressure, my dear friends, is on OTT because of multiple options and people can migrate to any form of entertainment, be it television or it can be Insta or it can be movies. So the best quality of any OTT according to me is that it should have the quality of binge watching. Whether you watch it or not, people should feel like I want to finish this at one go. And that's the success of any OTT. Now coming to Citadel, Honey and Bunny, it's an Indian spin-off of an Italian series. I wanted to watch the content of Citadel, Honey and Bunny by Samantha and Varun Dhawan. But I don't want to start like this, but I must confess I have no choice. I was a little disappointed when I watched the series. Friends, you know disappointment comes because of expectations. I've had high expectations because it's a product of Raj and DK who gave us a family man. So we expected something and they are teaming up with Samantha again and Varun Dhawan has made a debut. So when you look at all this, what I got was not what I expected. Varun Dhawan probably was in some pressure when he was acting the OTT. He didn't give the best. This role needed somebody who is subtle but yet intense and that's where Varun Dhawan lacked. Samantha did her job, but coming from Hyderabad, and we know that, all of us know, Samantha has been an integral part of Telugu film industry. You know, we treat her like our girl, our family girl. And she has done such a marvelous job, but that was not enough to carry the product on her shoulders. And it still fell short. Normally, if you look at any OTTs or any series, you know, the first episode is all about setting expectations. It was little racy. It did make me come back to the second episode. But halfway through the second episode, it was a struggle to complete 2 episodes, third one, fourth, fifth and sixth. It was very tough. I had to each time look at how much content is left. But I wanted to be very sincere and watch like a student so that without watching, I have no right to comment, I have no right to do the review. Coming to the story begins in 1992 and keeps coming to 2000. The director cuts between 1992 and 2000, you know, making it seem like a non-linear narration. I love non-linear narrations. For me, the best recollection is always Rockstar, Ranbir Kapoor's movie in terms of non-linear. Imtiaz Ali is a masterpiece. And here, somewhere I felt that they failed to utilize that option of non-linear because it always seemed that the story is only traveling from 1992 to 2000. So that separation was not possible in their narrative. And the second point was the equation between Samantha and her daughter. It quite seemed very artificial, you know. You don't expect a 6-year, 7-year-old girl to be so matured and almost fall in line with the lives of a spy. Her mother is a spy. And there was no chemistry which worked out between Varun Dhawan and Samantha. One of the biggest letdowns for me was the absence of chemistry between Varun Dhawan and Samantha. Samantha is always known to bring the best chemistry out of a man and a woman relationship. And her vulnerability was grossly missing in this. She was more tuned to fighting and showing her skills in the fight, and I really wonder how much she would have suffered when she was ill and she had to do all these sequences. If we come to the episode number 5, there is a scene between Varun Dhawan and Samantha. It's supposed to be a very, very intense scene where each of them are talking about, how the other person is being a traitor and how they're cheating and how they're trying to make up. But that scene fell absolutely flat. It didn't raise. It didn't raise the adrenaline in me. It didn't make me emotional enough. Likewise, in the 6th episode, there is a beautiful scene conceived between Varun Dhawan and a child. Till then, the child did not know that Varun Dhawan is the father of the child. And that again was a big miss. It didn't make any difference to my emotions, to my sentiments. It didn't glue me. It didn't arrest me. So probably the scenes were very conceived, but I don't know, they must have had some practical difficulty in having to shoot during COVID or post-COVID, or having to wait for Samantha's. Practical issues maybe dime a dozen. And one more point I want to say, KK Menon I felt was wasted. His character didn't have a clarity. And KK Menon looked so good in all the Neeraj Pandey movies. I felt this genre belongs to Neeraj Pandey and is a master at it. And sometimes we can't stop comparing. But the product somewhere missed the bus. I think it was disappointing in that sense. The character of Varun Dhawan, which is Bunny, actually requires a lot of subtlety and too much of intensity. Varun Dhawan, I'm afraid, could not carry it off. He was probably a misfit in the role, and that's where the majority of the product, I think, got lost. And secondly, I was expecting a nice chemistry, a love chemistry between Varun Dhawan and Samantha, and that didn't happen. Somewhere that got missed. The great example is in the 5th episode, almost at the beginning, there is a scene where there is a scope to show vulnerability and love and intense chemistry between both of them, but it didn't happen. It didn't seem like they're husband and wife or they're two lovers. That's a big fallacy of the movie. And in the 6th episode, I don't know if Raj and DK wanted to take a dig at themselves or they're self-critical. The girl, the daughter, she plays a movie and then she stops and said, I think enough of watching this, and more so when the kids are there, you can't watch this. It almost said the message that after 6 episodes, there is nothing to watch. Like I said, I am not looking forward to the sequel of Citadel, Honey and Bunny, and that's a very, very sad part. The directors also tried to bring in some emotion between Samantha and her daughter, but I felt it was too forced. I don't expect a 5-year and a 6-year-old girl to be so matured and understand all the spy language, all the spies manipulation, everything, and then she's always supporting her mom. That was little off the gear, I felt. Overall, I expected a much better product, and it's a very disappointing one. But if you have time, and if you think you can stagger it and watch 6 episodes in 6 days, you can still go ahead and watch it. But I expected a better product from Raj and DK, and I feel very sorry for Samantha because all her efforts are wasted, and Varun Dhawan probably should read the script well and accept the role after he thinks he fits well. But good attempt in a couple of scenes and in the first episodes, but otherwise not my cup of tea. So friends, this was my first review on the YouTube, which is called KSP View, which is my view about the product or about the entertainment tool. So you are most welcome to criticize, to troll, to give a feedback, but do watch it and don't fail to subscribe and like it. Okay, this is KSP signing off. At the end of 6th episode, I recollected one Steven Spielberg's quotation, which says, people have forgotten how to tell a story. Stories don't have a middle and an end anymore. Usually they have the beginning that never stops beginning.